Okay, so today we are going to learn about the turning left and right from major road into minor road. And for this exercise we are going to use the MSPSL routine. If you look at in the book as well, I'll show you. So before we start briefing, we're going to have some from the iPad and some of the book. First of all, we have to identify that are we on a major road or minor road. So you can see the sign here that's telling you there is a road ahead on the left hand side. As you can see, the size is showing here that road is minor and you are on the major road. And also you may see some early clues, cars coming out from that side road, or maybe somebody turning into the road, like you can see in this picture. These are the early clues, and sometimes you can see the back gap between the houses, and those are telling you that you are going to turn into the minor road. Okay, so once you identify the road, then you have to use the routine called MSPSL routine. So what is MSPSL? Stand for mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. As you are going to turn left, you need to start checking first of all mirrors, so center and left side mirror to see what is behind us, and then the left side mirror to see any cyclist or anything from the left hand side. And then you have to start checking about 10 to 12 car lengths back from the junction. Yeah, and then once you check the mirror, then you apply the signal to tell the other road users that you are going to turn left, as you can see in this picture. Yeah, but when you apply the signal, make sure if there is road in between, then try not to early signal. Otherwise, if you apply early signal, you may mislead anybody coming out. They may think that you are going to turn left into that road. So usually the distance of this applying signal is about 6 to 7 car lengths back from the junction. But if you see a road in between, then as soon as you cross the road, then you apply the signal. Otherwise you may mislead the other road users. So once you apply the signal on the left hand side, then what you need to do, let me start here. What you need to do, then check your mirror, signal to the left hand side. Then we need the position, which is normal road position, 1 meter away from the curb if it's possible, because if you keep very close to the curb, you while turning you might hit the curb. Okay, so once your position is good, then what you need to do, then you have to drop the speed, because if you are going to drive on 30 mile, it depends how close the road is. If it's narrow, then you may need to drive into the road with a very slow speed, depending on the situation of the weather. If it's weather condition bad, let's say the roads are icy, more chance to skid on the road. If the roads are wet or dry road. So if the road is narrow, busy, or bad weather condition, I always recommend select first gear before you reach, or 3 to 4 mile an hour, not more than that. So depending on the situation, if it's open junction, wide road and dry road, good condition, then you can turn left into the second gear, and the speed wise about 10 to 12 mile per hour. So because if you select always first gear, anybody behind you, you may cause to make them slow down, or that's very annoying situation. They may try to beep the horn. So if the weather condition is good, if the road is wide and the situation is under control, then you turn into the second gear around 10-12 mile an hour, like a jogging pace. If weather condition is bad, if the road is narrow, in that situation, if the road is very busy, you select the first gear, 2 to 3 mile an hour, maybe less than that, like a walking pace, old man walking pace. Okay, so once you drop the speed, then you good look, and then you turn into the left side of the road. But when you turn left, make sure you turn left into your side the road. Try not to turn wide, otherwise if any car coming out, you may hit with them. So let me create a couple of scenarios. Let's say you are going to turn left from major to minor road. Once you identify the road, then check center left side mirror, signal on the left hand side. If you see a cyclist, try not to overtake the cyclist, allow the cyclist to pass, and then you turn left. Second scenario, sometime you may see a pedestrian on the road. Again, using your MSPSL routine, you keep eye on the pedestrian. If they are coming from this side or this side, by the time you reach there, they have priority. So you stop in the main road, allow them to cross, and then you turn. But I want to add one more thing. In case if they don't cross the road, in this situation, make eye contact and then you turn left if it's safe. Sometimes they don't cross the road. Okay, so then you turn left. So the next scenario is, sometimes you may see parked car on the left hand side of the road or the new road. In this situation, using your MSPSL road, once you cross the obstruction, then you come back into your side, but make sure you have a look on the left side mirror at least, so because this car can move. And then you come back again and then drop your speed, and then again try not to turn wide, because if you turn wide, you may hit with this red car. So try to stay on your side of the road if possible. Okay, so this is how we turn left, and it's our priority. So let's say you are going to turn left. Sometime if you see a car coming from this road, and sometimes the people think that is their right of way because it's your side, so you don't have to show the hesitation on this side of the road, because it's your side, your priority, so you continue. Okay, because if you slow down, that car or that vehicle driver may think that you are giving them way, and then they can turn in front of you. Okay, any question? We're now going to learn about the right turn. So right turn is a bit difficult. Why is difficult? Because we have to follow the lots of things. We are going to use the same routine for the identification. As you can see in this picture, the sign that's telling you that you are going to turn right from major road into minor road. So the thing is that center line is dividing this road into two parts, so which means this is your side, and that is that lane is for the oncoming traffic. So that's why, because you are going to cross their path, so that's why it's not your right of way. So you have to judge whether it's safe for you to go or not. For this purpose, we use the formula called if we can walk across the road without making them slow down. Okay, so we are going to use the same routine. So this time we are going to check center and right side mirror, and then signal right. Again, when you apply the signal, make sure there is side. If there is side road, then once you cross the road, then you apply the signal. Okay, so once you apply the signal, again we have to take the position on the right hand side, but if there is road very close, then you can take the early position as well. It depends on the situation. Okay, so let me reset this one. So if you are going to turn right, so this time you need to check center and right side mirror, and then signal about 10 to 12 car lengths back on the right hand side without misleading anybody. Once you apply the signal, then you have to take the position towards the center line. As you can see in this app, why is important this position? Because sometime if you don't take the position, you may cause to stop the car traffic behind you. So that's why we need to take the position well to the right hand side, just left to the center line, not over the center line, because if you drive over the center line, the examiner can fail you, and also you may hit the oncoming vehicle. So try to stay in your side. That doesn't mean you can't go over the line. I will come on that point. Sometime you may see a car park on the left hand side. Here in this situation, if the road allows you, you can drive over the center line, but try to stay close to the center line. But sometime you may not see the center line. In this situation, you divide the road from this curb to that curb and draw imaginary line and try to stay on the center left side of your road. Yeah, so these are a couple of scenarios which is about the position. Sometime I'll show you in the picture. You may see the center reservation, which is, I'll show you, I have some pictures here. So in this situation you have to use the hatch marks lines if it's safe to do so, and then you enter in this area. Yeah, so once you enter to get a good position, because if you try to continue in this side and then you can block the traffic going straight. So as soon as you see hatch marks area, trying to get into the hatch mark area and then you try to turn. Okay, right. So these are the couple of scenarios about the position. So once you took the position right, in this situation mirror signal position on the right hand side, and then again about the speed wise, so it depends, like I said, you are going to cross the path of the oncoming traffic. If you see no one coming, and if the road is wide, and if the situation is good, then you need again 10 to 12 car length second gear jogging pace, because the road situation is good, so you need a jogging pace. But sometimes you may need to stop. I will create couple of scenarios. So mirror signal to the right hand side, position on the right hand, left to the center. Once you take the position, if you see somebody coming, then you have to stop on your point of turn. What do I mean on the point of turn? As you can see, this car is waiting here, so according to this road, this is your point of turn. So while sitting, you may see the side wing mirror line up with this corner, yeah, or the front bonnet should be aligned with the center line. Sometimes you may not see the center line. Again, here in this road, in this situation, you draw imaginary line and try to stay here. Sometimes you may not see the center lines on this the giveaway lines. Again, on this road, again you draw imaginary line. Try not to turn early, because if you start early turn, if you stop before your point of turn, anything on this side, they may get confused, they may think that you are giving them way. So you have to stop on your point of turn to block this side, because it's not their right of way. Okay, so once you stop, turn from your point of turn. Try not to turn early. If you turn early, that's we call the corner cut. Okay, in case if you see, sometimes the people think, oh, no one coming from the front side, so they take position early and they turn like this. So that's wrong, totally wrong. Why is wrong? Because this side is clear, but what about this side? Anybody coming out from this side, you may hit with them. I'll show you in a minute. Okay. So once you see it's safe, then you turn. Now sometime you may see a car coming from the front side. You have to judge the gap. Like earlier I said, that is not your right of way, so you have to judge the gap. You have to find whether it's safe for me to turn or not. So for this exercise we call the formula walk across the road. Now I'm going to show you in this picture. If you see a car is very far, and then you can turn without making them slow down, then you turn. Do not wait here for a long time, so do not miss the gap. In this situation you turn. So if you think that I can't, if you have any doubt, then you don't turn, then you wait here. Again, as you can see, the pedestrian, if you are going to turn right from major to minor road, and if you see any pedestrian crossing the minor road, you must stop for them on the main road, even if this side is clear. So stop on the main road, allow the pedestrian to cross the road. Once they cross from one side to another side, then you can start your turn. Okay, so again, if you see a parked vehicle on the left hand side, in this situation you good look again, because you are going to use their side of the road. If you see anything coming, you have to stop, allow the car to pass, and then you take the position, then you turn. Sometime you may see a car park here. In this situation you can cut the corner slightly, but make sure it's safe for this side as well. Okay, so any question before we move? No. Okay, very well done.